Hello, and welcome to Vallo Vision News. I'm Isaiah Wilson.
And I'm Jake Stout. Thanks so much for watching. The death toll from Hurricane Helene continues to rise across the South. There are now 115 confirmed deaths from the storm across 6 states.
In North Carolina alone, at least 47 people are dead. Meanwhile, millions of residents are without power, water, and cell service. Maribel Gonzalez reports on the dire situation.
Asheville, North Carolina, where roadways that look like rivers are now filled with sludge.
It's pretty shocking. I don't think anyone really prepared for it to be this high of water.
Residents and business owners returning to see their hard work gone.
Him and me are both from Florida, so we've seen a lot of hurricanes, but I've never seen anything like this. Just from the Swananoa River right here, that tiny little river just turned into this massive disaster. It's horrible.
Despite their own loss, stepping up to assist their community.
We're coming out here to grab our trucks actually to go to a different location, and we're going to try to help some of these people out.
President Joe Biden addressing the devastation from Helene on Monday.
I've directed my team to provide every available resource as fast as possible to your communities to rescue, recover, and to begin rebuilding.
In hard-hit Buncombe County, which includes the city of Asheville, search and rescue operations are ongoing.
Trees are down. We're clearing those as quick as we can. And a lot of the critical infrastructure that we become used to every day in normal times is now gone, and we have to work around it.
Residents know it will be a while before things get back to normal.
It's indescribable. I don't know, it just was covered in litter and trees and mud, and it's stinky, and it was all the way up the street up here. It just looks like the bottom of a river.
President Biden says he plans to visit affected communities once it is appropriate.
In Georgia, more than 90,000 residents are being told to shelter in place after a fire at a chemical plant. Thousands of others were told to evacuate. It happened around 5 a.m. Sunday at the bioplant in the town of Conyers, about 30 miles east of Atlanta. The Rockdale County Sheriff says water from a malfunctioning sprinkler came in contact with a chemical that reacts with water and created a plume. Fire broke out on the roof, and firefighters were initially able to contain the blaze. However, it reignited hours later. The U.S. Department is suing Alabama after the state removed more than 3,000 names from the eligible list of voters for the presidential election.
It is illegal for the state to systematically remove people from the list of registered voters less than 90 days before the election. Alabama's Republican Secretary of State Wes Allen says he removed the names because they were allegedly non-citizens. But he acknowledged some may have become naturalized citizens and may be eligible to vote. More than 700 people removed have since re-registered. The Justice Department says all of the people should be returned to the list for voting on Election Day. In other political news, the only scheduled debate between the vice presidential nominees is set for Tuesday night in New York City. The 90-minute matchup between Democratic Governor Tim Walz and Republican Senator J.D. Vance will air on CBS News, according to the network. Unlike the presidential debates, the candidates' microphones will not be muted. It airs at 8 p.m. Central.
U.S. News and World Reports has ranked the University of Montevallo as one of the best colleges in the South in multiple categories for the 16th consecutive year. According to the new ranking, in the southern region, Montevallo is the 8th best value school, the 10th top public university, and the 23rd best regional university in our area. You can read more about the rankings on the university's social media page. In other campus news, UM wants you to help pack the sack this Tuesday. Students, faculty, and staff are encouraged to attend the volleyball match on October 1st against Mississippi College. Pre-game festivities start at 4 p.m. and the match starts at 6. T-Mobile will also be there to present UM with a $50,000 check to help build a sensory-rich playground at the Granger Community Counseling Clinic. Remember, there's always more news 24/7 on our social media pages. Just search for Vallo Vision News on Instagram, Facebook, and X.
Still ahead on Vallo Vision News, hear why music from many popular artists is now blocked on YouTube.
Plus, scientists say they've caught octopi punching nearby fish, found out what's causing this type of behavior. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Vallo Vision News. Songs by Adele, Bob Dylan, Green Day, and many more are now blocked on YouTube. The reason is a legal dispute with the performing rights organization, Sept. Users who try to play songs by those artists now see a message that says, the video contains content from Sept and is not available in your country. A similar dispute between Universal Music Group and TikTok earlier this year went on for several months before it was resolved.
Turning to space news, Earth now has a second moon, at least for a while. A newly discovered asteroid is joining the Earth's orbit. Scientists call it a mini-moon. The mini-moon started to orbit the Earth Sunday, and it will stay in orbit through November 25th. That's when the space rock will return to a heliocentric orbit, which is an orbit around the sun. Scientists say the asteroid is more than 2.5 million miles away and is not in danger of colliding with Earth. Meanwhile, a striped surprise has been found on another planet. NASA's Perseverance rover captured images of this black and white striped rock on Mars. It has been named the Zebra Rock. It is believed to have a texture unlike any seen before. Scientists hope this discovery can teach them about early Martian history. Finally today, an amazing underwater study shows an unlikely alliance between octopi and fish, saying they sometimes hunt together.
But what's caught many people's attention is how the lead octopus has to sometimes get tough with freeloading fish. Jeremy Roth explains in today's Take a Look at This.
You're not going to believe this. A new marine research study found that octopuses often work together with fish to hunt as a unit and even sometimes punch the fish that aren't doing their jobs. I swear I'm not making this up. The study published in the journal Nature, Ecology, and Evolution was sourced from roughly 120 hours of underwater video observing octopi working in tandem with surrounding fish that would act as scouts and direct their tentacled leaders to areas of available prey. Amazingly, freeloading fish in the group that weren't contributing would often get a swift punch in the gills from the lead cephalopod. The study shows not only a fascinating and unlikely alliance across species, but one that these alpha octopi rule with an iron fist. Tentacle, I guess. A more frightening display of predatory behavior was caught on camera in, of all places, a rock star's backyard. Video shared by Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee shows a coyote snatching the rock star's dog from his California backyard. Lee's wife Brittany is seen chasing after the brazen predator and reportedly scaled their fence just in time to rescue the pilfered pup. Brittany later posted on Instagram details of the tense encounter and that the dog, Nina, was safe. Finally, let's calm things down with this precious pooped-out predator taking a super cute cat nap with its own plushy prey. The adorable video was shared by the Oakland Zoo to remind patrons they can donate old, worn-out stuffed animals at the zoo to be recycled and, yes, sometimes repurposed, saying the perfect plushie just hits different. More like the perfect plushie. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Now, shout out to Squidward's cousin for using those hands and getting out the freeloader fish.
I mean, hey, he didn't want those fish to, they needed to work for their reward.
Nothing is free in life, even underwater.
Oh, yeah.
Now, going to the coyote, shout out to Tommy Lee and his wife for scaling the fish. She's very athletic. I don't know if she ran track in her day, but she saved their puppy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just super happy that the puppy's okay and that everything's going great for them. Remember, there's always more news from our team of reporters on our website, vallovisionnews.com. That's all the time we have for today's show.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to tune in to Vallo Vision News again next week.